Doncic has been incredibly committed to his conditioning this offseason. He's dropped significant weight and is working on a strict diet and cardio training, according to a source with knowledge of the plan. In a shift from his normal offseason, he spent a month away from on-court work to focus more on his body. Doncic has looked visibly slimmer in photos and is now back working out with Slovenia, readying for Eurobasket competition later this summer. Okay. So Luka, the message here is, hey guys, Luka's in shape. Okay. I look at this in two ways, and you guys can tell me how you guys look at this. Part of me looks at this and says, okay, awesome. Luka's in shape. Cool. Luka's working on his body. Awesome. Luka's going to be ready for next season. Great. Luka's going to be working with his team in the Euro, in the Euro competition that he's going to have. Phenomenal. The other part of me looks at this and it's like, why are we praising Luka for being in shape? Why? Luka, you need to be in shape. That's part of your job. That's like, this is the terrible example because I don't have an example of me comparing me to Luka. That's like praising me for being prepared for my show. Yeah, that's my job. I'm supposed to be prepared for my show. Hey, Al, that was awesome, man. You actually had a couple of topics today, and you didn't sound like an idiot. Don't praise me for that. It's my job. I think if you want to make the case for Luka and say, hey, listen, Luka was dealing with an injury, gets traded from Dallas, ends up coming to the Lakers, still not 100% healthy, and really couldn't get into the proper shape that he needed to get into. Okay, maybe you can make that case. That's fine. That's fine. Trying to get in shape during the season, however you want to look at it. But all these stories that come out about Luka, and listen, hey, he dropped 10 pounds, he dropped 15 pounds, or he looks like he's in better shape. Hey, he's really taking the offseason seriously. Guys, Luka's a multimillionaire. Luka's in the NBA because he's one of the best basketball players in the world. And all those people that used to say, hey, well, if Luka's overweight and he could still drop 30 and 10 or whatever the case is in the NBA, then, I wish I was overweight and I could drop 30 and 10. That's not the point. The point is how can you be the best version of yourself? And if Luka needs to drop weight to be the best version of himself, I don't know if we should be praising him for that. That's his job. That's what Luka's supposed to be doing. You know what I really don't want to do this upcoming season? You know what I really don't want to do when I'm talking Lakers basketball, I'm having conversations with you guys. The last thing I want to do is sit here on a night in, night out basis or in the morning and sit here telling you that, oh my gosh, Luka needs to drop weight. Oh, well, Luka's not in shape. This is literally his job. This is his job. You being in shape should not be something that I'm praising. You being in shape should not be a conversation. Can you imagine if LeBron freaking James, we were giving LeBron for being in shape? LeBron's 40, about to be 41 years old. And the last thing anybody ever says about LeBron James is the guy in shape or is he not? So I just go look at the top players in the NBA. The top players. Tell me the top 5, 7 players. Actually, I got one. This is going to hurt my argument a little bit. Does anybody ever say, is Giannis in shape? Of course not. Is anybody worried about Shea being in shape? Of course not. Does anybody worry about LeBron being in shape or Anthony Davis or go down the list? Now there's a couple. All right, Nikola Jokic. Dude doesn't look like he's in shape, but he's also not a point guard bringing the ball up the floor and orchestrating the entire offense. I mean, technically he is because he has 10 dimes a game. Joel Embiid has had some issues with weight. So these are, I guess you could say that there are players out there that have certainly had this, situation in the past. But for me personally, I have a very, very difficult time giving somebody praise for being in shape that's in the NBA. James Harden, Joel Embiid, all these guys, that's your job. And if you're not in shape, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. All right, let's see if we got anything else here. Let's see what. It's more about being excited for new possibilities than just praising him for getting in shape. Fair. That's fair. But it's still his job. And if that cracks something else into what Luka can be, that's on Luka. Listen, Luka's been one of the best players in the world for 7 years. He really has. Since he came into the NBA, he's been like, what the hell? This guy is unbelievable. Already got to the Western Conference Finals, already made it to the NBA Finals. I do love that as a Laker, obviously, he's going to take things in a little bit different of a light. That maybe part of the reason why the Dallas Mavericks got rid of him is maybe they thought to themselves, this guy doesn't take his job serious. Well, that's now up to him to go ahead and make that happen. I'm going to read a couple comments here. We're going to call it a day. Ryan Scott says on here, AR for Herb. Man, I like Herb Jones. I do. DK Pels first and LA first for Kessler. You're not getting, you're saying, so get Herb Jones for AR. I think you're asking for a first rounder also from the Pelicans. And then you use your first, the Pels first, and Dalton Connect for Walker Kessler. I think 2 first rounders, you might be able to get Kessler, depending on where they are. That's interesting. Yeah, I've definitely seen, trades that are much worse than that. That's interesting. Thank you for the super. By the way, if you sent a super today, I greatly appreciate it. If you didn't, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't look into the camera. Nothing but love to everybody. Nothing but love. Eric, did he ask for praise? No, he didn't. He did not. But the articles that are coming out, I think are no. You know what? I don't even blame the articles, and I don't blame Luka for getting in shape. I'm just saying a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, Luka lost 10, 15. He's in shape. That's your job. I can't give you praise for, the person I love his opinion on is Michael Thompson, because Michael would probably lose it if it comes to talking about people's weight and everything else. You guys remember, I had Michael on almost right after Luka got traded, and Michael's like straight up, he's fat. That's what Michael said. So, Slee's mad at us. Not at all. All love. All love. All love. All right. Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.